Oh, what an exciting day. Good morning, everyone. It was a great game last night. I'm Brianna Fernandez, right outside of Dick's Sporting Goods here in Park Meadows, where I'm getting ready to get a sneak peek of that championship gear. Take a look at your screen because as thousands of fans were celebrating last night inside and outside of Ball Arena, there are several stores that were getting ready for that merchandise and ready to put out that merchandise for the NBA Finals. So these are photos that you're taking a look at inside of the Nuggets store, inside of Ball Arena. Dick's Sporting Goods stores also reopened immediately after the game to let fans get the latest championship merchandise. And this morning, they are going to be opening up at 7 a.m., 2 hours earlier than their normal times. And we have posted a full list of locations that you can get some championship gear. That's posted on our 9 News website.
Yeah,
Jordan.
You're going to want to get in line early because they're a hot commodity. All right, Brianna, thank you.
The first time the Nuggets made it to the Western Conference Final was 1978. 45 years later, fans get to celebrate a team making history.
We sat down with longtime sportscaster Ron Zappolo yesterday, and he talked about what this season means to fans who have watched for decades.
They were never good enough to ever get over the hump. And this is the first time, at least in my lifetime, they've got the best team. Nothing brings us together as people like a sports championship. We saw it with the Avalanche last year. We've seen it with the Broncos. Oh, that's too long ago. But we all come together when we can all share in this.
Okay, so this morning we want to see your Nuggets pride. Snap a picture of your team swag. Text it to us, 303-871-1491. We're going to be sharing those all morning. Here are some that we've gotten so far. So many great ones. You know, around town you're seeing it on cars, on, you know, babies, on pets.
Everybody got their brooms.
Yes, that was Governor Hickenlooper, of course. And we've seen some
Senator
really cute.
Hickenlooper.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, you are so. I know I'm throwing it way back. But keep sharing those, 303-871-1491. We're going to continue to cover the Nuggets' big win throughout the morning. And remember, you can take us with you even on the go. Download the free 9 News app.
Breaking overnight, it is the largest police misconduct settlement in Colorado history. The family of a man shot and killed by a Clear Creek County deputy will get $19 million and a long list of promised changes. A deputy shot and killed Christian Glass last summer after Glass got his car stuck in Silver Plume and called 911 for help. 9 News reporter Steve Stager was the first reporter to show what led to Glass's death. He's here now breaking the details of this historic and unique settlement. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Jordan. It's a large settlement. We're going to show you a bit of the body camera video here again. So we want to warn you, this might be tough to watch. The settlement isn't just money. It includes a long list of things departments and communities have to do because of what happened that night. And an expert told us those unique conditions might make change faster.
Hello, 911.
It was a call for help.
My car is stuck. Could you please, you're sending someone, right?
But what Christian Glass got that night in June of 2022
I'm really scared. I'm sorry.
was anything but.
Someone tase him!
The deputy who fired 5 shots into Christian's chest is currently awaiting trial for second-degree murder. But now the agency he worked for and 3 other police agencies that responded that night have settled with Christian's family for a total of $19 million, the largest police settlement in Colorado history.
$19 million was a lot of money.
Dr. Joanna Schwartz studies the impact of police misconduct settlements at UCLA.
Certainly at the very high end of settlements in cases like this across the country.
Clear Creek County will pay the most at $10 million. The cities of Georgetown and Idaho Springs and the state of Colorado will all contribute to the $19 million total. The head of the Georgetown Police Department, an Idaho Springs officer, and 2 state gaming officers were on scene but didn't intervene to stop the shooting.
But I think it's the non-economic changes that will most directly impact the department in the immediate future.
There is a long list of non-money conditions to this settlement. Among them, Clear Creek will have to add a crisis response team by 2025. All deputies will be trained in crisis intervention. And one thing that really stands out, Christian's parents will be allowed to speak to new Clear Creek County deputy recruits.
I don't think I've ever seen that precisely in a settlement agreement.
Schwartz says the terms of this deal are unique and hard to negotiate.
They were able to get something really powerful and unique accomplished through the settlement.
She says the deal makes it easier to see change.
I think the dollars paid will have some impact, but this kind of directed, agreed upon policy and practice change may be the quickest way to get those kinds of changes implemented.
Now, the state of Colorado has committed to a lot here as well, including creating a virtual reality training based on Christian situation, focusing on de-escalation for officers. And they will hang some of Christian's artwork in several state buildings. We're going to talk to Christian's family later this morning. We'll have a lot more on this settlement tonight on 9 News. Lots of different pieces of this settlement, like Clear Creek County has to name a park after Christian. They're going to rededicate one of the parks up there towards his memory. Yeah,
trying to remember him any way you can. Of course, even with this historic settlement, it doesn't give them what they ultimately want, which is for Christian to still be alive.
Their son back, right. Yeah, you know, they've talked a lot about justice in this case, and obviously there's this, then there's the ongoing court case against the 2 deputies involved in this. That remains as is. They're both awaiting trial for this.
Well, thank you for following along from the very beginning. Looking forward to hearing from the family today. Steve, thank you.
And one thing you want to know about the weather today are the stats. We're going for a high of 78 degrees. That compares to a normal high of 74. Normal low is 46. The record 93 from 1989 and the record low 31 from 2002.
Ed, thank you so much. One thing to be aware of on the roads is we're still dealing with that road work on northbound Highway 285 in the area of Parmalee Gulch Road. A right lane is blocked through the Indian Hills area.
New overnight, a man is facing charges after driving a truck into barriers near the White House. And police say it may have been intentional. Some photos from the scene show a Nazi flag on the ground next to the van. Police have not commented on that yet. Secret Service agents say that no one was hurt, and it's not clear if President Joe Biden was inside the White House at the time. He had been in late-night meetings to talk about the debt ceiling.
And negotiations are at an impasse this morning on that. No deal on raising the debt limit just yet after a high-stakes meeting between the president and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. The speaker says new tax revenues and military spending cuts are off the table when it comes to reducing the deficit. In a letter to congressional leadership, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen doubled down on the June 1st deadline, warning a default could cause severe hardship to American families and trigger a recession.